time for another dip into my vast archive of interviews. This time, we go back to 2013, when I was doing a radio show called The Millennium Years, playing the hits from 95 to 95, and just after the success of the big reunion, I got the opportunity to talk to Lee Brennan from 911. They had many hits in the 90s and early noughties, and I couldn't believe it. For me, this was amazing. I grew up listening to their music and still enjoy it to this day. And this was around the time of the release of a new album called Illuminate, The Hits and More. But I'll give more details on that, well, past me will. So without further ado, here is my interview with Lee Brennan from 911 from 2013. We've got a very special guest with me today. I'm very honoured to have a special guest talking to me today from the band 911. First rising to prominence in the mid-90s. They had a number of hits including Body Shaking, Don't Make Me Wait, and a cover of Dr. Hook's A Little Bit More. The latter rose to number one back in 1999. Lee, Spike and Jimmy sadly split in 2000 to pursue other projects, but they've recently reformed for the big reunion, and now, fresh from the tour, they've released a new album. Hi, Lee Brennan, how's it going?
Hey, Jamie, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thanks. How is everything? How does it feel being back after many years?
It's pretty crazy. It's been a mental year, and probably one of the best years of my life, actually. I think this time last year I was sort of at home twiddling my thumbs thinking what the hell I was going to do with my career, and then suddenly ITV gave us a call and it's completely flipped on its head again. So everything's just been absolutely insane so far.
Yeah, I know. When I saw it all announced on the big reunion and everything, I was quite excited because obviously a lot of the acts on there, including yourselves, are huge names for that time, you know, for the people that grew up in that time. I mean, obviously it was very physical. How did it feel getting back to all that physical stage energy?
It felt good once I'd been in the gym with a personal trainer for like 9 months. After that, it was fine. I was in the best shape of my life, and I'm continuing that. And I think we all, you know, at the start of this process, we spoke as a band and we decided let's get in the best shape of our lives and let's do exactly what the fans want, which is, you know, the old routines from the 90s. And we used to do a lot of breakdancing and tricks and flips and stuff. So we thought we'd throw everything in there. And the feedback we got, that's exactly what they wanted.
I think I remember watching the big reunion and seeing you kind of having issues with some of the dance routines. Have you mastered it now?
I'll never master them. I think I was born to be one of the best dancers and stuff. But I'm definitely a lot better than I used to be at any of the moves and stuff. And it's some of the moves I probably just cop out of, really, because I can sort of get away with it, but they don't know that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously on the back of the tour, you've just released a new album, Illuminate, The Hits and More, obviously comprising half new songs and half of your hits. How did it feel re-recording the older songs, reimagining them?
Well, that was the last minute thing. I mean, we were going to do a full album of the of original stuff, but I mean, it was all put together in such a short space of time. It was 3 months we had to sort of turn the whole thing around to get it prepared for now, to promote it and stuff. And we just thought it'd be a good idea to sort of do some, I guess you'd call them sort of remix versions of the 7 of our older hits and stuff. And it was quite difficult choosing 7 out of 13 hits that we've had, but we chose the 7 that we think the fans would. We got feedback on Twitter and stuff, and we thought that the fans would like those 7 the most out of the 13 hits we'd had. But I mean, to get a chance to record 7 new songs as well was amazing, and you know, I'm really proud of what we've come up with.
Yeah, and I think what really impressed me about the album was it doesn't sound like it comes from the 90s. You've really tried to update it.
Yeah, that was a key thing for us. I think I'm sure there's a lot of people possibly thought we'd come back with a real 90s sounding album, but we just wanted to do write all the songs with a team of people. There was 5 of us doing the whole writing and recording and stuff, and we just wanted to make a contemporary production and stuff, but with the same sort of catchy pop songs which we were sort of known for back in the day as well. So it was trying to get that, knit that all together. And obviously the new sort of remix versions of the old stuff, we've tried to update that slightly with a bit of I guess you could say, an organic sound. So yeah, I think it all works well together.
Yeah, it does. It all sounds very, very modern. Where did the inspiration on the new songs come from?
Well, I guess from ideas from all of us, really. We went back and wrote with a guy, John McLaughlin, who wrote most of our hits back in the day. And he came to us and said, should we do this, do some writing for a few months, let's see what we'll come up with and stuff. And I'd always done writing anyway over the last 10 years, and I've had hundreds and hundreds of melody ideas, and I've got loads of lyrical ideas, and I brought my stuff to the table. Jimmy brought some of his stuff to the table, and between us all, we just sort of put our own ideas in. I mean, some of us would come in with a chorus already done and stuff, and then we'd just add it with the rest of the team. So it worked really well, and I think the lyrics, there's some personal lyrics in there. There's different tempos of songs in there, so I think it sort of covers everything that we wanted to get out there within those 7 songs for 911 in 2013.
Yeah, definitely, and I noticed a lot more balanced in the singing department as well. There's a lot more shared between you.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, Jimmy's sang a couple of second verses on some of the old hits, which he didn't do back in the day, and he sings the full lead on I Do, and there's another couple of bits in some of the songs, and there'll probably be more stuff. We're going to be writing some more original stuff anyway to add, probably add to the album as well later in the year, but and I'm sure we'll do more on there. And that's good. I think it's really good to get somebody else on the lead as well.
Yeah, and obviously the reaction you've had to it has been phenomenal. I mean, before the big reunion and everything, I didn't realise that there was such a huge fan base out there waiting for new material. I mean, when the album was released, I was there downloading it, and literally there were hundreds of others, thousands of others downloading, saying how great it was, and talking to them all, and seeing how enthusiastic they were about it.
Well, it's nice to get the feedback. I've been reading the reviews and stuff, and the reviews are always good to go by and stuff, and a lot of them have said, again, I was surprised. I was sort of a bit apprehensive of what they bring out, but I've been so surprised, and the songs are amazing. And the feedback that we're still getting on Twitter and Facebook, what is it called? Facebook, there you go.
Yes.
Twitter and Facebook's been absolutely amazing, and that's why now I announced a tour on TV yesterday, and that's going to be in March 2014, and everyone will get a chance now to see us perform all the greatest hits as well as some of the new songs as well. So yeah, we can't wait to do it.
Yeah, no, that's going to be great. And obviously you've got social media, which you didn't have, back in the 90s.
I know, yeah, that's the funny thing, isn't it? Twitter and Facebook and that, it's so instant now. So I guess, we just put one message out and it goes to thousands of followers, which is bizarre.
Yeah, definitely. You get hundreds, thousands of tweets you see come up on the screen, as well as the album and obviously the tour next year. You've got a single out at the moment. It's called Two Hearts, One Love. Where did that come from?
Well, that was the first day we went to the studio. It was the first song we came up with. We wrote and recorded the demo and stuff. We went in the studio about midday, and we got out of the studio at 5 a.m. the next day, and that's what we came up with. And then we left it for half a day, went back and listened to it again. We thought, this is exactly what we could do for the first single. I think it's the right sort of tempo, it's the right feel, it's epic, it's got a real anthemic sort of chorus, and we just thought instantly then this looks like this could be the sort of lead track at the minute for the album. And so we decided to put the single out the same day as the album, and it gives people a chance to obviously taste the rest of the songs on the album. And again, the feedback's been amazing from it. We got a chance to do another video, which was really, really weird, but it's just all surreal at the minute, but it's it's what we wanted as well, so it's great.
Have you come up with a dance routine for it yet?
Not really, no, not too much. It's probably too mid-tempo for a dance routine, apart from the Two Hearts, One Love. That's quite an obvious little thing you can do at a concert, which we'll probably do. It's just always nice to interact with the fans with a routine or any chants that you can do and stuff. So with some of the songs that we've done, we've purposely written parts in the songs where on tour we can just get the crowd singing back to us, because we're going to have a live band. We can just drop the band out and get the fans singing back to us, which is always an amazing sort of thing to see and feel. On the
album, actually, going back to the album, is that a live band on the album?
Probably more so on the, one of the tracks, Light Me Up, that's probably the raw song of the new stuff, but most of the old stuff's quite raw as well, yeah. So, yeah, we just wanted to mix it up a bit. And obviously on the tour we'll have the live band doing it all, which is always amazing. Doing it with a live band, you can just stop and start as you like as you go along. I love that feel behind us when we're doing our routines and stuff.
Well, yeah, because obviously back in the 90s you were singing along to backing tracks, I would assume.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the way it was. A lot of TVs and stuff you did for ease. They just wanted you to go on, press play on the backing track and go off basically, rather than all the technicalities of putting a band together, doing sound checks and stuff like that. So that's the way it was back then. And obviously now everything's moved on, and a lot more shows and that want you either with a band or just doing it live and stuff. So at least with a tour, it's live, it's a live band and everything. So that's what makes it sound just that more raw, and it's got a better feel with all the live instruments.
Yeah, and do you think? I mean, you're the first act from that big reunion lineup to release sort of new material. Do you think there's a pressure that comes with that?
We haven't felt pressure. I mean, we're really proud that we've been given a chance to do it, and because we're given a chance, I guess you're not going to turn that down. So we just thought we'll get on, write the songs, put the album out for download. It's only on download at the minute. We may put some CDs out later in the year, but it's an independent label. It's all done. It's there's no major backing here, so it's basically us, a team of 5, 6, 7 people, pushing all this. So it's good. Get it out there now, and we'll start slowly promoting it the next 6 months with touring and stuff, and we're doing the big reunion tour in December, which will help promote it as well. That's just the way forward with a lot of people that these days that don't have major deals. Do it by yourself, but there's a strategy involved, a long-term strategy with it, so that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, well, I do wish you the very best of luck with it. I've heard the whole album, and I was very impressed how you've managed to modernise it. My favourite on that particular one is Love Sensation, because you've turned it from sort of a mid-90s dance tune into sort of this modern-day sounding thing that could quite easily fit into a modern-day club.
Yeah, you're right, actually, with that one, yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's a great catchy little song, isn't it? It's a great pop. I mean, most of the tunes, the melodies are just pop. It's really catchy pop, so whatever backing you put behind it, the melody will always shine through anyway. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, I noticed, actually, looking through your feedback, obviously, because of the nature of the material and everything, it's mainly a female audience, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you see that on the big reunion when we did the arenas to like 100,000 people back in May. It was obviously probably 95% females, unless they can drag their partners along or whatever, But a lot of them are dragging the kids along now as well. So, yeah, boy bands are always going to be about females following them, aren't they?
Yeah, they definitely are. Yes. Have you got any other plans for any other singles or anything, or is it just going to be focus on what we've got right now?
I think we'll look at next single. I mean, we've been getting feedback on Twitter of the top 3 songs that the fans like and stuff, and Diamonds and I Do, that on the album, the new stuff they're coming out top. I mean, I said from the start, like before we put the album out, Diamonds was probably my favourite track. I love Coldplay, I'm into Coldplay, and I guess I took my influences from that into some of the writing and stuff of the new songs. So for me, that's a potential second single, Diamonds, and it can get played in the clubs as well. It's got a real good up-tempo feel to it and stuff. And yeah, so we'll just see what happens, and hopefully, we'll get another single out there. But now we've got our tour is on sale September 20th, so we can't wait to do that next year.
Yeah, and that's obviously across the UK, is it?
Yeah, UK tour. I think it's about 14 dates, and so yeah, it's going to be amazing. We've got a great end to the year doing the big reunion tour, and then March 2014 to look forward to getting our own 14-day tour on the road. It's just going to be mad. And there's obviously a big reunion second series in January with brand new acts as well. So that big reunion brand's still going to be there as well. It's great.
Yeah, definitely. I think that was probably one of the best things to come out of ITV for a long time, in my opinion. Because
I agree. Yeah,
because it's brought all this stuff sort of back. It's brought everything back into vogue, which is a good thing, because nostalgia is a very good selling tool.
Definitely. I mean, you just have to look at how many fans turn up to to take that 7 years ago, the size of them now, that just shows nostalgia is so, it's such a big place in people's hearts and minds and stuff, and they love being taken back to when they were young, and maybe it was a time where they were carefree. Now they've got different stresses in their lives and stuff, so for one night it's always good to go back, and everyone always enjoys going to see their old sort of favourite acts and stuff, and on the big reunion they're getting 7 for the money, so it's even better.
Thank you very much, Lee Brennan, for coming on the program once again. I wish you very best of luck with the album and the single, of course, which the album's called Illuminate, the hits and more. Big hello to the other two guys as well, and hope the tour goes okay for you.
Great, thanks a lot, Jimmy. Cheers, appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Take care, cheers.
Cheers. That's me talking to Lee Brennan from the boy band 911. Very strange to listen to that after all this time. Now, if you are hoping to catch them on their solo tour, unfortunately it ended quite a while ago. However, they are on tour right now with The Boys Are Back, along with Five, A1 and Damage. That's going on across the UK right now. I'll leave some of the details in the description of this podcast. Thanks once again for joining me for this 90s and Noughties UK podcast. We'll be back with a new series very soon.